Hi everyone, welcome to my channel KasumiKriss. My name is Crystal and in today's video I'm gonna tell you how to be present instantly. I want to share with you a couple of tips that I've been using in my day-to-day life on how to stay present. They're very practical and easy. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to my Patreon supporters. I will give them a shout out like I do every single month. These are not all of them, but those are the ones who get a shout out as a reward. If you're interested in accessing my Patreon, the link is down in the description box below. I use it as a tool to get to know you guys better, and I also share content I don't share anywhere else. You can also support me by giving this video a like, commenting, and sharing this video. There's also an option to donate on my PayPal account. The link will be also down in the description box below. Now let's begin. Meditation is a wonderful tool with many benefits like getting better sleep, reducing your anxiety, and focusing better and relaxing. It also helps me to spend more time in the present moment than dozing off into my own thoughts. Meditation can just be as simple as being still wherever you are, with your eyes closed or with a slight open gaze. You relax your body and start to pay attention to your breath. You listen to your breath going in and out. You elongate your breathing pattern without forcing yourself to think about anything. When thoughts arise, don't judge them. Don't judge yourself for having these thoughts. Just let them go and put your focus back onto your breath. Meditation can be done also with certain affirmations or mantras. I love to meditate first thing in the morning or right before I go to bed, as well as when my mind is very cluttered, which can be, in my own experience, very difficult to start meditating, but I never regret it. I always feel really at peace and I forget whatever I was thinking about before. In the end, there are no real rules to meditation, so do whatever makes you become still. I used to want to do everything at once, but it didn't seem like I was getting anything done. This made my head fill up with more thoughts and more things to worry about. What made me overcome this was focusing on one thing only. Focusing on one thing only helps me be present. For example, you're writing an article, but you have music playing in the background, your little brother is playing super loud video games, your phone is constantly bleeping next to your laptop, and you're chatting with someone on Facebook. This will make it more likely for you to get stressed, to procrastinate, and make your mind fill up with thoughts instead of creating something with your mind. Get rid of all the distractions and focus on what you want to do in the moment. Only write that article. Narrow everything down and aim at one thing. Don't rush. When you walk, just walk. When you shower, just shower. When you eat, just eat. It is as simple as that. Eckhart Tolle has a really fun analogy with this one. If I find the video, I will link it down in the description box below. He compared a train of thought to a dog following a scent. Now dogs are pretty present beings, right? So imagine yourself walking with a dog through a forest. He catches upon a scent. He gets so intrigued by it that he keeps following its trail. He disappears through and beyond the woods. Gone. He is not here anymore. Of course he will find his way back to you, and maybe not, but that's why we have leashes for them. Anyhow, the dog got distracted. And that happens to us when we are on a train of thought. You can think of what you want to be eating for dinner, and eventually you think about how to make a little bicycle for your hamster. You might have been sitting on the bus, and once you arrive at your destination, you can't even recall one thing that happened during the whole bus trip because you weren't there with your head. The train of thought has distracted you and you haven't experienced anything from the bus trip in the moment. Whenever you find yourself in a train of thought, try to catch yourself. go like, ha, caught you, mind. If you fall back into a train of thought, don't get angry with yourself. These will happen pretty often. Rather, give yourself a pat on the back for acknowledging that you were in a train of thought and you broke yourself from it. Make it a little game. Practice it and become better at it. I've practiced this for a year now, and my train of thoughts have become a lot shorter, which helps me be present. Another tip you can try out right now is looking around without defining anything you see, without giving meaning to anything you see. We humans like to categorize and label things. It is very normal as it helps us to communicate with each other. We automatically define the things we are looking at, which creates thoughts in our heads, which may take us out of the present moment. So for a moment, pause this video and really take a look at your surrounding. Don't define anything you see. When you look at a wall, don't call it a wall in your head. Whatever you see, it just is. Move your eyeballs around and look at the colors, look at the shadows, at every single detail. Doing this enables me to become present. It helps me to just be there together with everything. My fascination with people and their stories intensified because of practicing this. This makes you a better listener, but it also helps you be present. Wherever you are in a conversation with someone, listen to what they have to say without letting your mind create a response for them. Really focus on what they are telling you. Like this, you are less likely to wander off into your thoughts. When you wander off into your thoughts, you aren't paying attention to what they are saying. You aren't going to remember what they have told you. So really intend to listen without wanting to respond. If they finish talking, then respond if you want. If you have something to say or you have something to ask them. If there isn't, then that's okay too. A moment of silence doesn't have to be awkward. As humans in today's world, we live most of the time up in here, constantly thinking, letting that voice in our head control us. Our mind becomes super powerful and strong. We forget about our body. We forget about our hands, our feet, our stomach, our back. We forget how to feel it. We forget how to feel with it. Touch and sensations diminish. Now, being aware of my body helps me be present. It is like descending from my head down towards my body. You can start to feel what is going on with it. If I'm sitting on the couch, I pay attention to how my back and my bum are pressing into the couch. I look at my hands and give them a little massage. I look at my feet and I wiggle them around. Oh my god, I'm sitting here on my knees and my legs are sleeping. One moment. Took a different position now. When experiencing sadness or anxiety, we tend to deal with it with our minds. But what I like to do is to completely relax my muscles, my body, and then scan for any discomfort in it. Mostly these emotions manifest in the body first. I massage, stretch, or just accept the place that is giving me this discomfort. So what I really recommend you is to start to pay more attention to your body. Give it some love sometimes. Get in touch with it. And a really nice tool for that is yoga. I remember when I first started my yoga practice how immensely grateful I became for my feet. These were the things I do in my day-to-day life to stay present. They're really practical and easy. I think you can start working on them right now. If you have any other tips, share them in the comment section down below so we can all benefit from it. I want to thank you for watching this video and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.